Everything is fine here on Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. I'm Mike, joined by Bogey, here to talk Star Wars with all you fans out there. If you're listening to us right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share, rate, comment, review, all the above. We greatly appreciate it, and any little thing that you can do definitely helps us get our channel and podcast out there amongst all the other Star Wars ones. And holy crap, there are quite a bit. So again, we appreciate any little thing that you can do for us. As a reminder, once we hit 200 subscribers, we will have a prize giveaway. And then once we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to have a Theory Saber lightsaber giveaway. So you're definitely not going to want to miss out on that one. I have them on display behind me, and I'm trying to get it to work so that they can be on. But I guess I didn't charge them up
Mine's
long
on
enough.
display too.
Well, yeah, you don't even have to charge yours. So like half
no
of mine are
batteries in
on. No batteries in it. No kyber crystal. And the other half of
That
mine
too.
aren't on. So I will work on that, but it's nice knowing that I can have these on without making the sound, which that took me a little bit to figure it out, but I got it. Thanks to Bogey knew. He doesn't even have one of these. He's like, "What if you tried this?" Yep, that's what worked. So I just had to charge them longer. I didn't do that. And so if apologies if audio sounds a little off, if there's echoes or anything. We're trying a new program for doing our recording and live streaming. I mean, we're still live streaming through YouTube, of course, but we've got different software that we're using that allows us a little more customization. So if you couldn't tell, instead of just the black Zoom screen, we now have a lot more things going on our screen. So Bogey and I were taking a little time to get that figured out ahead of time, and in that time, my lightsabers died out, so, at least half of them. So again, apologies if the sounder thing is. We'll get that
You
fixed in
need some new
post.
batteries like mine.
Yeah, right, exactly. um, but yeah, so at 500 subscribers, we will have a Theory Saber lightsaber giveaway. Make sure your name is public so we know what name to put in the drawing. And we're only 25 away from the first giveaway, so help us get over the over the hill, and we want to give some prizes away. So looking forward to that. Outside of that, our chat is up live and running. So drop in, say hi, ask a question, give us an opinion or anything, whether it's Star Wars or Bogey's lightsaber. Yeah, we'll take it all. So,
Or if we'll finally get someone, a recruit that wants to join us.
yeah, we're open for employment for other people. If well, not we're open for people to come join us, join the conversation
But
more routinely. So,
just say the word. We'll invite you to the chat.
and you'll get to join when we're getting all this fancy new setup. So, you didn't have to
Yeah.
even go through the dark ages. No more Zoom. No more Zoom. Not that anything was wrong with Zoom, but this just allows for more customization. But it's a good day to do all this testing and everything because there really isn't much to talk about as it pertains to Star Wars. Just a few news bit things out there. I think I saw something along the lines of Acolyte has confirmed that there's a connection with the show, with the origins of Kylo Ren. I think the Stranger or that Sith, I forget his name, was the original Knight of Ren type of thing. I believe that's what that's all about. I haven't read into it, but that's what I'm assuming. Other than that, I know Bogey, we wanted to talk a little bit more of the Maul Shadow Lord show and essentially what could have been, just considering what George Lucas had envisioned with what the sequel trilogy would be about. So I don't.
I did want to say really quick. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no worries.
To bring up because we talked about it when we broke down the Maul Dark. What's it called? Maul Dark
Maul Shadow Lord.
Shadow Lord. When we broke down that trailer, we thought maybe it was Sabine that was that
Mm.
um uh Mandalorian, but I honestly think it's gonna be this.
What's her name?
Rook Cast,
How do you how do you spell that?
ROOK, and then KAST.
Because I'm going to show off
Our new ability.
our new ability. What up?
But
That wasn't even
that
intentional. So thanks for that, Bogey. Thanks for that setup right there.
good test. We'll see how it pans out when everything comes out. But does does that not look like
Yeah,
purple hair, the armament, like the shoulder pad, armor, everything just and she worked. She's got the red armor,
yeah,
and she was part of what I've been told. What I was like watching, it was part of like Maul's when when he was doing his like overtaking of Mandalore.
yeah,
What they have? They had like was there like two different factions,
yeah. Well, there was. I mean,
like a civil war going on.
yeah, they had. I mean, there was Death Watch, and then well, I know there's like Night Owls. So yeah, there's different clans within
Okay,
the
okay,
Mandalorian race, I guess you could say.
okay. And there's rumors because again, like shout out to Screen Crush. I like watching them. This is where I get a lot of my like information.
Yeah.
Um, they speculate that whoever this person was, because I like again, I haven't seen all of Clone Wars. I don't know if she's in Bad Batch or not.
Clone Wars, because
Because
which
because
makes
wasn't
sense because you see her helmet. This
yeah,
is making a lot more sense. So she was with Maul's group.
yeah, exactly. That's what I
Because
was getting
yeah,
at.
yep,
She was like one of the like again with the red,
yep,
and she was like the group that was like following Maul. So it would make sense why she would show up in this show.
yeah. Because like that's gotta be
So
that's
so
gotta be it.
anyways, there's rumors. Who knows if it's true or not? It's speculations. That's what we love about Star Wars, speculations. That she's the armorer, or whatever you want to call her, in Mandalorian, because
Oh yeah.
she's got the red armor, and
Okay.
then her helmet has the spikes on it.
Oh sure.
So that's like a heavy rumor that that's who she becomes. But then again, she takes her helmet off in the show.
Yeah.
So
I don't yeah, and I don't think the age really matches up either. Because
I don't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna say because just from how early Clone Wars, but yeah, I mean, like to your point right here, you can see someone they're comparing the armor here to Rook. I don't know if it's the same person.
I mean, wouldn't that be interesting though
That
if
would
it
be
was?
pretty cool. It would be a pretty sick tie-in. I mean, especially since you have the
J-
um
Just
Zabrak like spikes coming off of her helmet, but
just giving us Star Wars fans more to
oh yeah,
speculate.
or we're gonna think about it.
But my you said your money was on Sabine. My money's on it's this person.
My money's not on Sabine anymore. I think you're 100% correct on this. Um, and it just would make more sense with the age too, because I think Sabine would be quite younger than
That's what
what.
again credit to Screen Crush that's what they were saying. They're like at this point Sabine would be maybe like a teenager, if not
Right.
younger. Like so, like it doesn't make sense that
Definitely not the Ahsoka show age Sabine, where she's
yes,
probably in her early 20s or something like that.
yeah,
So yeah, from that perspective alone, it makes sense that it's not Sabine. I think it's just you see the colored armor, you see the purple hair, the short cut hair, and at least I was like Sabine, Sabine. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I know right away. That's what you think right away.
yep,
And that's why I was like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. But I was like, wait a minute. And then again, more credit to Screen Crush when they break stuff down. And I saw that I was like, that's a good point. She would be old enough to be at that age, have all that armor, and then like from the cartoon to the show, like those armor pads are like identical.
yeah,
So that's why I think it's definitely going to be that person. Which
for
again,
sure.
I got to finish the show because I don't know. Is she in it that much? Because it
But in
sounds like
Clone Wars, she's in
yeah.
not that much, just in that portion of the story where more towards the end. I
Okay,
think she's in some of the more cooler parts of Clone Wars, for what it's worth.
that's what that's what I've heard. And does she kind of serve as like kind of like a right hand side
Yeah, I
of the
mean,
to Maul.
yeah,
That's why she's gonna be in this show.
yeah. I mean, there's a couple that are kind of like the higher ups, and she's one of them at least that they're reporting directly to Maul. So, yeah, she's definitely has some level of hierarchy within their ranks. So, but yeah, I mean, either way, that's pretty cool. Because I don't think, yeah, we didn't see her die in Clone Wars, not that I recall, at least. And spoiler or not, I don't know. But yeah,
Oh,
they.
thing.
But I mean, that's one of the cool parts about season 7 of Clone Wars. You have to at least watch that season, because like there's a Mandalorian like civil war that's taking place in that, and it's between Maul's um sect
Like,
of Mandalorians versus like Bo-Katan, or like, yeah, who's working with Ahsoka and everything. So
and that's where you get the whole tragic Obi-Wan story, right?
for
His love.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that happened, that precedes all of this too. Like that
Oh,
goes
okay.
that's even further forward. Um yeah, and that is quite tragic.
I've
And
seen that clip.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen so many clips of the show where it feels like, eh,
Not to be mistaken with Sabine, but it's Satine is her name. Um, Mr. Kenobi may or
yeah.
may not have had a love interest in his life.
Uh,
So he
and
hasn't gotten rid of all emotional attachments, which is kind of
uh,
interesting because a lot of people theorize that Kenobi was like sympathetic towards Anakin Skywalker and his like relationship with Padme because he had his own relationship, even being a Jedi. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I've seen the clip where like Anakin like literally calls his bluff. He's like, I know the way how you look at her.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, so like Anakin knew, but also Obi-Wan knew
Yeah.
his so they were kind of like that just hush hush
Yeah.
like this.
We'll both pretend we didn't see anything. We'll look the other way.
Yeah,
There's like that
yeah.
once, I don't know. There's a scene where like I think it's season 7 where Padme and Anakin like go off. It's like into like a building or something, and like Obi-Wan Kenobi is standing outside, essentially just waiting for him. It's like, all right, do your business, and then and then we'll
He just
talk.
sitting there like
Yeah.
he's like, how was it?
You're only out here 60 seconds later. What happened,
Yeah,
bud?
that was pretty quick.
That was pretty quick.
Record time.
Poor Padme.
Hey, she was number 2 on my list for a hug.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I'll make that hug last longer than Anakin, but you know,
20 seconds.
you know.
Oh, too funny. Um, but yeah, going back to the Maul show, something that I completely spaced on. I know they showed that other Jedi was a Twi'lek Jedi, and I believe when we were first talking about the Maul Shadow Lord show, I brought up at that point the concept of Darth Talon, who is a Twi'lek who becomes an apprentice to Maul in George Lucas's sequel trilogy story. So bringing this Twi'lek in as a Jedi kind of makes you wonder, is that the eventual Darth Talon? Now, Darth Talon is red, and this Twi'lek was pink, but that's not to say that um, something wouldn't happen that would change her color or change her stripes. Because I know the black magic of Mother Talzine back with Maul greatly impacted his appearance. So I don't know if, I mean, Mother Tolzien's no longer here at this point in the story, but maybe there's other dark magic that Maul has learned in his time since Mother Talzine, and is able to perform black magic himself and turn her red, or maybe there's a bleeding of the skin or something. I don't know. That's totally theorizing, but Bogey, do you think there's a good chance that this might be Darth Talon in the making?
When you brought that up, I really think it is because just like how um when you turn to the dark side, like how your eyes change.
Yeah,
Maybe for them, their color of their skin changes too, especially if she's like pinkish, just turns reddish,
right.
and it really looks like Darth Maul takes her in, because I definitely think that that old uh whatever force user that we saw in that trailer,
The like lizard guy?
lizard looking guy, because he was like sitting there meditating. It's like he's a goner. He's
Yeah,
gonna die in the
yeah,
but you see a scene of him talking to her and trying to like I don't know bestow wisdom on her about like the light side and just stay that way, but stay hidden because the empire is looking for you. But
yeah,
I'm guessing that scene where he like pushes that whatever that was flying at him. I don't know. I just feel like he's a quick one off character that's gonna die, and that's how she gets like caught, and then she's in that prison. But Darth Maul, or chain or whatever she was in, because it was Darth Maul that all of a sudden opens the door, and she looks up. And she goes Maul,
yep.
like I'm thinking he takes her, and just the look of it. If you want to pull that back up, just the look of it is definitely it's got to be her.
Well, and you bringing that up just made me think of something. Um, I'm gonna look it up really quick. Maul Shadow or trailer. That scene that you're talking about. Let me just get to it really quick. I have it on
Talking
mute.
about
So,
when he opens up the door. You talking about that scene?
yep. And I have it on mute right now, so you can't hear it. But it made me think that maybe something is a little more intentional than I.
And the more I look about it, that is definitely Maul drinking tea, and that is one side of his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Is my opinion.
Yeah, it's almost like he only
Like,
just has the
yep,
one side, and then somehow he gets a hold of the other one.
yep,
Right here.
like you said, and then they can connect. Yeah, yeah,
Do you
yep,
do you think this could be foreshadowing? Because it's literally red and her skin is red.
yeah. That's another good point. I think that it is a foreshadowing,
I would put
even
I
though
think
we
so.
in other scenes where she doesn't have red skin, I think this is complete foreshadowing. I mean, if Dave Filoni's behind this, yeah,
Yeah.
That sounds like his kind of work. So
Yeah, and this didn't even strike me before. So again, I'm glad you mentioned this scene because then I just made that connection right there. That has to be foreshadowing. Has
yeah,
to be.
it
I
has
mean,
to.
I guess it doesn't have to be, but it does really seem intentional. And you know, he could hold that over her head, being like, I saved you. Should we team up here a little bit? Um, and I know Maul wants to take down the Empire and the Emperor anyways, so I don't know if he'll
Well,
necessarily
one more person he really wants to take down.
Kenobi.
Yeah, yeah.
um,
But no, yeah, he wants to takes down the emperor just for pretty much like abandoning him and just like, yeah, I heard you got cut in half and went down the shaft. Fuck it, I'll find a new apprentice.
but like that could be a segue to bringing her to the dark side without saying you're becoming a Sith. It's like I want to take down the Emperor. I want to take down the Empire. Will you help me in doing that? And then maybe she'll join him with that. And then in that process, like he's, sub, very low key, kind of introducing her to the dark side. Very much what he does to Ezra, and when they encounter them in the show Rebels. So, because Maul convinces Ezra to join him in their mission, and the whole time Kanan is like, "Oh, this seems very risky," and of course Ahsoka isn't all for it. But at the same time, in that show, Maul also attacks the Inquisitors, so he teams up with the Jedi to fight the Inquisitors. So again, just winning trust over from Ezra at that point. So could have something similar here.
And then another shout out to Screen Crush because they called us out. And I got a good laugh out of it. Was so the Inquisitors. So that's the one that you told me with like the skull mask.
Yeah,
That's the first brother they call
that's the first brother. So the one from
that.
the Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah, yep. Tales of the Jedi that Ahsoka defeats.
Yep.
Yep, yep. That is considered the first brother,
Okay.
apparently. At least on their channel, that's what they said. And then the other one that we see, but we also see it has that weird like I don't know, different mask.
Yeah, it's
It
Morok.
shows up. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what number brother that is. But they made a joke because like in the trailer that's the scene when Darth Maul throws his lightsaber and it goes spinning and it hits all the stormtroopers and then he strikes him down. Yeah,
Yep.
him. Yeah, him.
What
And
Inquisitor?
strikes him down. But then again, another shout out to Screen Crush. They're saying this guy can die as many times as he wants because the Night Sisters or whatever you want to call them, like
Did their dark
resurrect
magic resurrect him
and
in the Ahsoka show?
and resurrect him because they're like, yeah, because that's why in Ahsoka when he gets struck down, he turns into a fart,
Yeah.
and he just like green gas.
Dust to the wind.
Yeah, it's like yeah, because he was dead. Like he just when I saw that, I couldn't stop laughing.
So it looks like Marok is the first brother.
Which
So this guy is the first.
Oh, he's the first brother.
Yeah, he's the first brother. So, what Inquisitor?
So that's why they probably keep resurrecting him
Yeah, that would make sense.
because they're saying like he might die like multiple times, especially how long this series goes. If it goes more than one season, if it goes like multiple seasons, like Darth Maul might have to fight this guy and keep killing him, and he keeps getting resurrected.
Yeah, so it seems like, yep. So he's the 11th brother.
11th brother. Okay, so Stringcrest got a little wrong, but unless I heard it wrong. It could be my fault. But
Either or, it's they're.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm excited. The Exquisitors, and then like, will the Emperor send Darth Vader after Maul? Will I have? Did they ever have a confrontation
who
in
Maul and Darth
at all?
Vader?
Yeah, in like Bad Batch or I don't know, anything that I haven't seen.
Um,
I thought I heard or read that there was like kind of like a quick, but then like they never fought, and then
they
I could be wrong.
they were in the same place at the same time, but I don't because that was in Rebels season 2. Um, when
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking. Rebels, yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking of, or I heard.
but they never fought. They never even saw each other, from
They
what I
never really never got confronted each other.
right. But they were in the same place at the same time.
Wouldn't that be awesome to see?
It would be. I mean, if they really, it would be cool, but at the same time, I feel like it would also just be, I don't know, nostalgia, nostalgia porn. You know what I mean?
Nostalgia porn.
But I mean,
Is that how you put things nowadays?
but it's like you would know the outcome of it. Neither one of them's gonna die. So,
Yeah, I know.
and how many times are
But
they gonna bring Darth Vader in to fight? So, like, because like Darth Vader keeps like not winning certain battles, so it kind of makes him seem not as badass. Not really, but kind of. You know what I'm saying? It kind of diminishes his power a little bit that he didn't destroy Kenobi either time. So it's like, I don't know. Use the Inquisitors. Let him kill like Marok and everything. He doesn't need to fight Vader.
yeah.
I think I'm getting a little bit of lag here. I gotta stop sharing my screen because it keeps.
Yeah.
It doesn't like me when I do that.
Yeah, your bandwidth is like
It's
we can't do.
dying. It's dying. Um,
Well, that's really I guess quick if we were gonna try to do the blind ranking later. Um, the what if that could have happened.
oh,
Like not,
is that what you want the game you wanted to play or whatever?
no.
Oh, okay.
The George Lucas what if he was still on board
Oh, what if
for
George Lucas was still on board?
for the sequels and with Darth Maul.
Are you asking like are you asking like how
I
I would feel about them?
like so with Darth Maul, like you told me like the other week how George Lucas had this whole like sequel after
Yep.
um um what is it, Return of the Jedi,
Yep.
um and it was all about Darth Maul coming back,
Yep.
and he had his like whatever his crime,
Crime
what was it
Syndicate
called?
or whatever. Well, it's I,
Not
I mean, I don't know what George Lucas had for it. I don't know if Crimson Dawn was what his or vision was, but I mean that's what he was in Solo. I don't know what the full story was or the specifics, but I just know that Darth Maul or Maul was going to be the head villain. He had an apprentice, Darth Talon, and I have to imagine. I know he was going to be involved with the underworld somehow and probably the crime syndicates. But outside of that, I don't really know too much about it or what it was. I know George Lucas had a bunch of information on it, which Kathleen Kennedy claimed that they had nothing to work with, and George Lucas shot that down. He's like, "No, we had scripts that we were starting. We had storylines, and
So it was supposed to be like Darth Maul and his crime, taking down what's left of the Empire and everything,
Yeah.
and then also kind of taking over the galaxy, I guess,
Sure.
whether resources and whatnot. And then that's when Solo and Leia were going to come in, and they had their kids,
Yep.
which in essence they stole that idea for the film for Finn and Rey. But they were supposed to be brother and sister
Oh
from
my gosh.
from Solo and Leia, and they were gonna take on Maul and his crime gang or whatever and try to take them down because they're like the new empire now.
Sure.
And then I think the one of the siblings doesn't know the Force as well, and they recruit Luke back because Luke kind of went back and he went into hiding,
Okay.
and they try to like bring him back, so he gets like kind of back into the story, and then that enforces like Han, Leia, and Chewie. They all get back into like we're all back in trying to take down Maul in this crime gang. So, and then that was supposed to like carry on for like 3 movies, and I when I that was like George Lucas's premise for the first one. He never
Oh,
like carried.
that was just the
He never
first one.
Yeah, he never like had a whole much after that. He
Okay.
kind of had a, I think in the video I watched, he kind of had like a story arc. He was looking, but easily could have been changed.
Sure.
But that was his first one, and then when he offered that, he actually like was signed on and everything to be on for the first one, and Kathleen Kennedy and whomever Disney were just like, nah, we're gonna do something else. And then they I forget who they signed on for a director. The direction was going was like horseshit.
Yeah.
So they fired him and they bring in J.J. Abrams. And then J.J. Abrams is like, I want to do an homage to New Hope. And so that's why that movie looks like a copycat of New Hope. And George Lucas goes like, I think they were interview. They asked him. He goes like, I I don't like. He's like, I don't like this. Like,
Which
why are
is
why are we retelling a story? I want for Star Wars. I wanted something new
new.
every time.
Yeah. I remember
A
him
new
saying that.
story, new, something original, not something that looks like you get out of the theater and like, yeah, it was good, but it looks like a copycat.
It's just a
Like,
rehash. Yeah.
yeah. So that's why he was like, he's like, I'm not the biggest fan of that movie. And then of course Ryan Johnson was signed on to do the second one. On top of that, I did not know he was signed off to do 3 spin-offs.
Yep.
All of them got canceled
Yep.
after the failure.
Of The Last Jedi. Well,
Yeah.
and I will say it might be kind of too bad because it would have been interesting, like if Ryan Johnson just wasn't even involved in what was made and he had his own trilogy. Because I think part of the problem was just bringing in someone else to do the second movie when someone else did the first movie. So obviously Ryan Johnson's going to want to put his, you know, his stamp on it. So he's got to kind of take it a different direction to tell his story. So it would have just been interesting still to see what he could have done with 3 movies. Now after the fact, for sure, I don't need to see that, but it just makes me really mad though that like how Kathleen Kennedy and Disney just totally went against their word of, part of the stipulation for George Lucas signing the rights of Star Wars over to them was like they will honor the characters, they will honor the story, and it's like you didn't even do anything really close to what he wanted to. And then when people ask you like what happened here, they're like, "Oh, well we didn't have any, we're creating this, there's no book source or content." There's nothing to base the stories off of. There's no script. It's like, no, there was. George Lucas had all of this and he provided it. Like,
Yeah.
you're bold-faced lying about this. So,
He had even for the sequel, but before he sold to Disney, he was planning on making the sequel. That first one, he already had storyboards and everything,
yeah.
all written up and everything. I mean, I see where they where I was watching. They grabbed a few pieces here and there, um, but overall, it's like, what the.
Yeah. It's too bad.
Oh, then I saw a video too of the premiere of uh, what, Force Awakens when I mean I was in awe. I wanted to see that movie. The trailer looked awesome. I was like, oh, maybe we get back to Star Wars now.
Yeah.
Someone's recording again. Shout out to Screen Crush because they showed it of this clip of someone in live recording in the theater, but in the corner, down in front row, had their light on,
Oh, really?
so so it was reflecting off the screen. Someone just yells, "Shut off your light, you dumbass!"
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I was excited coming out of that first one. I liked it. I mean,
I know, me too.
I still
Eh,
like it. It's fine. Um,
Again, nostalgia porn.
yeah, it was kind of nostalgic. I mean, it was like we said, it was a New Hope all over again. But I think like people just thought, okay, well, we're going to be taking this a different direction. They clearly wouldn't be going the same route. Um, but yeah, it's too bad. Hopefully, Dave Filoni. I wonder if there. I mean, there is a way that they can kind of
Bounce back.
bounce. Well, not
Or
just bounce back, but like reinsert the story that George Lucas created. But it would
live live action. Oh,
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
they would. I mean, it would be very challenging, and I don't know if I would recommend them doing it. But I mean, you can use the world between worlds and essentially go back into time and cut off that whole what happened in the sequel trilogy. You could do that.
Let's pretend that never happened.
Pretend that never happened, or it's just like, oh, that was. I mean, think of Marvel and the multiverse. It's just another leg of the multiverse. So you could. It would be very messy, and I don't know how it would be received, but
It's just as messy as DC has gotten
yeah.
with I don't know if you saw the last Flash movie.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything DC's. I haven't even seen the Schneider cut of um what was the with Batman,
Ju-
Superman,
uh Justice
Justice
League.
League. Yeah, I haven't even seen the Schneider cut of Justice League was like the
Which
last
which
one I saw.
which that is way better.
That's what I heard than the original.
I mean, it's longer.
That's
Way
fine.
better.
That's fine.
Way better.
What would be wrong with something being longer that's better? I'm
Yeah,
okay with
yeah.
that. Well, I didn't mean it that way, but it could be in that
Yeah.
way.
To each their own,
To each their
right?
own, but I mean, it takes a long time to get to England in a rowboat. So
I heard there's a scene. Have you started watching at all the Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
no, I still have to watch House of Dragons.
Okay, there's a scene that PD sent me a picture of this guy coming out of his hut, just just
Oh god,
big old snake coming out of his
the
crotch,
Shanko.
yeah, that's
The
what he's saying.
Shanko?
He's like, I think this guy might be related to Vicente Shanko.
Oh my gosh. To our call out to our mutual friend Rusty. Whenever the term Shanko is brought up, he always does that. So. Shanko. I never saw that live. Thank God. I have no interest in looking it up, but I can only imagine. Just
I didn't know Rusty did that. That was always my thing. I was just like,
yeah. The next time you see him, just say Shanko and see what he does. He'll probably
see,
yeah,
just flop it down.
yeah, pretty much.
Because I heard that's a scene. Have you ever seen like the 28 days later, 28 weeks later, 28 months later? Then they came out with, or I don't know, whatever.
Now they've got a show. No, I haven't watched them, but I'm.
It's not a show. It's
no. There's
they
movies, and then now there's a show.
No, there's not.
Oh, I thought there was.
No, they just pumped out 2 movies like back to back years.
Okay.
So it's 28 years later, and then it's like 28 years later in the caves. Or I don't know. Like it's supposed to be like a trilogy.
Okay.
Of them. But in the first one, I heard like half the movie. There's a guy with this slong just hanging out, like it's like it looks like a third leg. I'm like, oh my god! Like I haven't seen it yet, but
I don't need this in my life. Excuse me, I got a cough. Yeah, I haven't seen those, but kind of going back to Star Wars. Yeah, I'll just be curious to see how this Maul show goes, and wondering what kind of elements they're going to tie into some of George Lucas's original concept of what he had for Maul after the original trilogy. Excuse me.
Which I hope goes for more than one season.
I hope so too.
I hope it goes for like several seasons.
I would
and kind of wrap up, especially kind of like the unwritten or we don't know what happened after the Solo movie.
right.
If we can get to that point, and then because we know what ends up happening when he meets Kenobi on Tatooine,
Right.
but like all that time in between, can we find out like what exactly all happened?
Yeah.
Even if it has to be animation, I mean, I would love it if it was live action, but if it has to be animation, I'll take it. So
Yeah, I wonder if you'll get Kira at all or anything from the Solo movie.
oh yeah,
And then I mean, this would be after, right? After Drayden, this would be after the Solo movie, right? So Drayden Voss would already be dead. What's his face's character? The kicker from Replacements. Do you know what I'm talking about?
no,
Have you seen the movie Replacements, the football movie with Keanu Reeves?
yeah, but I can't
The
put
kicker
it in.
isn't. I think he's the guy that plays Drayden Voss, who also is. Well, I'll look it up. But I'm
Woody
not gonna.
Harrelson. Woody Harrelson.
No. What's his name? Excuse me. Drayden Voss. I should. Actor. Paul Bettany.
Oh yeah, and he plays Vision.
Yeah, Vision. Vision.
For the Marvel movies. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. If he shows up, yeah, that'd be something.
But I think this is after that, and he died in the Solo movie, which I think this show would take place after. I think.
You think so? I want to say it takes place
maybe consecutively or around the same.
Just before.
Okay, it could.
Is my guess. It's literally right after Order 66. Is my guess.
It could be.
And then
it would be before. Then yeah, it would. Maybe he doesn't meet straight. So then, excuse me, if that be the case, then Kira wouldn't be in it because she wouldn't come until later. Because she would.
Well, she could, yeah, till later. Like let's say, like if there was like a depending on how many like years between, if they're going to do more seasons, how many years between seasons.
Yep.
then she would show up along with all the other characters we've seen in the movie Solo.
Yeah, because I guess there is a jump in the movie Solo in itself too, because there's some time between when Kira gets captured by the Empire in the Empire when they're fleeing. Solo then leaves on his own, goes through the academy and everything, and then ends up in the time period of when that movie ends. So there are just a few years in between too. So who knows where this show will overlap with potentially that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Either
Yep.
way, cool to think about the potentials there. And they need to bring Solo back. I'm probably not in this show, but Aldrich, I would love to get more of him as being Han Solo because I think he did such a good job.
What? The guy that played
Yeah, I mean, he's
in
not Han Solo. I mean, he's not Harrison Ford, but I thought he did a good job, and I thought Danny Glover did a good job of
Lando.
Lando.
Yeah, no, I thought he did great. Not the guy that plays what's his name?
Isn't it like Landon Aldrich or something like that?
They had to stop production because he had to like go back to acting school.
Really? I didn't.
Did
hear
you?
that.
Did
No.
you didn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
The director was like, "I can't work with this guy. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that." And then when I watched Solo, I guess maybe that was maybe stuck in my head. But I was watching, and I was like, "God, this guy is not good. He's not. He's
Interesting.
what? Have you not? Have you seen him in anything else?
No, I haven't.
That's why, because he's not good, and
I thought he
apparently
did.
he's hard.
I thought it was fine.
Apparently
that's
he's
just my
hard.
opinion.
Apparently he's hard to work with too.
Okay, well, I could see it.
I mean, everyone could be stubborn in their own way, but apparently he was so like, and when they had to stop production and pause it, because that's how Solo got postponed, and then um, and they threw him back into acting school.
I never heard about that. That's
No, you
interesting.
look it up.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
It was. Oh man, it was when. That's why, like I said, when I was watching, I was like, oh god, how? Because they had to do so many recuts
Sure.
or retakes. I mean,
Yeah.
of certain scenes because they were just so. It's almost like there was times apparently I heard like he like look at the like actually look at the camera. And you know you're not supposed to do that because
Then you're breaking the third wall or whatever.
or the fourth wall or whatever. So I was like, there was moments I was just like, oh man, this movie, I don't know. I just watched it just being a Star Wars fan, but it's definitely probably at the very bottom.
Okay.
Of my list.
I mean, that's fair.
Star Wars. So,
but we can agree Danny Glover did a good job of Lando.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If there were it, and Ryan Johnson was going to direct a movie.
Yeah.
With Lando.
That's still there's still possibility behind that. I don't know if they will after all the changes that are taking place with Lucasfilm and everything.
It's all Dave Filoni. It's all up to him now.
Yeah, but they were talking about a Lando movie with Danny Glover in it.
And I thought he no, don't get me wrong.
I did not.
Did great.
I loved Danny Glover's character and everything of Lando. I just did not like that whole sexual tension between him and the droid. That was just okay.
Oh,
that's unnecessary. We don't need that in Star Wars. Okay.
Let me guess. Who
did you notice? Did you notice how Lando looks at me?
Who gave the thumbs up on that? I bet.
Oh my gosh.
Kathleen Kennedy probably.
She okayed it.
Like we said, we were during that time. Even now, hopefully we can transition away from it. But we're in that time of this era of just. I'm sorry to say it, woke nation of this. We gotta bring it into our favorite movies and shows now.
Which I know you love Star Trek. Are you gonna watch the new Star Trek show?
Which one?
What? I don't know what it's called. The newest one. I think it's the newest one.
I mean,
Starfleet Academy.
yeah, I was gonna say it's a Starfleet Academy.
Yeah,
I don't. Is it out?
I think so.
I mean, I've seen clips.
I've seen
or, like,
yeah, I've seen clips of it. I'm like, oh my god, what is this?
trailers, and it looks sus to me. So
I was just like, I can tell you now, I won't. I mean, I'm a Star Wars. I don't mind Star Trek. I told you I've seen the movies with Chris Pine, and I love those movies. Outside of that, I've only seen a few episodes of Star Trek, whether it's what is it, first generation or whatever.
next
Next
generation. None. You haven't seen anything with William Shatner?
Probably when I was really young. I probably saw some when I was young.
And probably don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I have this one episode that I remember vividly. I don't even remember which captain it was. That's not what we're talking about because I'm going to totally mess it up. But
No. I want to hear it.
I can't.
Now
remember.
you got.
I can't remember it now though. I said vividly remember it, and that actually I think I'm remembering one of the movies with Chris Pine. I think that's what it was, where they're like running away from a indigenous tribe of some sort.
Oh yeah, that would be the second.
The second one from Chris Pine.
Into Darkness with
yeah,
Han.
that's the one I'm thinking of.
And then they all like abandon their god that they thought.
Yeah,
because and then they draw a ship of the Enterprise.
That was pretty. That was a good movie.
As their new god.
And then
I loved it.
And Cumberbatch was Khan, right?
What was it?
Benedict Cumberbatch was Khan, right?
Yeah. That's what I was making that reference. I was making that reference our couple episodes ago about how he talked to the guy that played Patrick Stewart that plays Jean-Luc Picard, and he talked to Leonard Nimoy who plays Spock.
Yep.
And he goes up to him, he's like, "Got any advice?" Because this was like young in his career, and they're like, "Good luck after Star Trek. Good luck finding a job after Star Trek." Well, like look at it. Look at him. He became Doctor Strange. Now you see him in a lot of other movies.
He's the dragon from The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, yep.
Smaug.
So like Smaug, yeah. So his career went off. So
yeah.
But it was just funny how you said like I went to a cafe and I ran into them and they were having tea and I asked them like, "Hey, you got any suggestions?" And then all they said was, "Good luck having a career after Star Trek."
That's hilarious. I'm so glad they got Leonard Nimoy in that though, because wasn't that he did that right before he passed away, didn't he? He only passed a couple years later.
It was it was literally like so when that movie came out, I'm trying to remember. I think it was maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
Later he passed away.
Yeah. And they got both Spock, so the Chris Pine movie Spock with Leonard Nimoy Spock. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he got to do Live Long and Prosper in the movie. So that pulls on the heartstrings a little bit. That was really cool to see.
For sure.
I mean, that was like watching the Spider-Man movie when like Tobey Maguire and then what's his face from the other Spider-Man movies, like bringing them together. Like
Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland.
Yep, that was so cool. So
I love this scene. Not to get too much off topic, but when they're all like, they all meet up really quick. And they're like, "What is going on out there? I'm yelling at you, and I'm yelling at you. Like, I thought you were Spider-Man 1, you're Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And then because he was pointing at Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 1, and then he pointed at Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man 2, and he goes, "I'm Spider-Man 2?" And then, but it's like technically, you were the second one. You were the second one that became Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of breaking the fourth wall a little bit because it's kind of like speaking to the audience, like you're the first Spider-Man, you're the second Spider-Man.
And I love that scene when they were like, um, Tom Holland's Spider-Man's friend, um, was like Peter, and then they all like
Yeah,
because
oh,
they're all working on their antidotes and
yeah.
everything for the villains. And all of a sudden, they all look and they're like, and then it was like the Spider-Man like meme that you see where they all point at each other, like, which one?
And they did that at the end of the second Miles Morales Spider-Man, the animated ones. Have you seen that?
I still got to see that.
Oh,
That
have you seen the
I
first
heard it.
one?
Yeah, I saw the first one. The first one kind of, I saw it in the theater, kind of gave me a headache.
Really?
That's,
The visuals a little bit
yeah, so that's why I've been kind of hesitant on watching the second one, but maybe it'll be better
on a
instead of
smaller screen.
on a smaller screen instead of on the big screen in a theater. So,
I really like those movies. Those they did a really good. And there's a third one that will be coming out. I know. I don't
yeah,
know.
I heard it like left off on
Concluding. Yeah.
a crazy cliffhanger that like you can't wait to watch the third one to like conclude it.
But the second one has like a post-credit scene where they're like, it's
Oh,
hilarious.
they do?
Yeah, they do. It was great. Yeah, because in the second one they kind of go into the multiverse and there's like all these Spider-Men now. I mean, they did in the first one, but now there's even more in the second one. So
Yeah, I heard and I saw like Star Wars reference. Oscar Isaac
yep.
is one of the Spider-Mans.
Yeah, yep.
That's like, is he like Prime Spider-Man or whatever they
Yeah, he's
call
like
him?
I can't remember what the I used to. I mean, one of the comic books that I would routinely get is Spider-Man ones, and I can't remember what Spider-Man he was or what Earth number he was associated with, but he was kind of like more of a Latino Spider-Man. Um, but yeah, he's the one that it kind of looks like a skull almost. His Spider-Man name, but yeah,
Which
I think he's one of the ones that's doing the pointing at the end.
which I always like the end scene when they finally get Jamie Foxx's character Electro,
Oh yeah,
and Andrew Garfield's like, "Are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm all tapped out." He's like, "Oh, you're just a kid." It's like, I was really hoping you were black. But then he responds like, "I'm sure there's a black Spider-Man somewhere out there, and it's Miles Morales."
yeah, yeah.
So, which have you played those Spider-Man games for the PlayStation?
I have briefly played one of them. I did like
Oh,
one
they're
mission.
so they're so good.
I was enjoying it for sure. Just finding the time to play is the
Well,
challenge.
I know, yeah, I know. But oh man, they're so good
Yeah.
because there's like the Spider-Man, and then there's like a spin-off. It's like a third of the length of the game, but it's all about Miles Morales.
Yep.
And then the third game mixes everything together against like new foes and everything. So
When I just love too that it's just another Spider-Man within like the multiverse. Like it's just a different Earth Spider-Man. I know like the multiverse gets a little crazy, but I think it's also kind of cool because then you can integrate all these other Spider-Man stories or DC or not DC Marvel stories and still make it like canon. It's just a different universe. So there's some pretty cool elements to that. I do,
right,
but yeah, I do have the game. I just haven't really invested into play. Like I said, I did like the first like one mission type of a thing, but it was fun,
So
just swinging around and everything and kicking some ass.
I
Like
know
you can't complain about that.
swing around like New York.
Yeah,
It is so pretty much accurate. There's Central Park,
yeah,
like there's different. And then if you find the Easter eggs, you'll see the Avengers Tower. You'll find uh, Doctor Strange's like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
the wizard mansion.
Yep.
You'll find that. You'll find that. Like there's all these Easter eggs like all over. If you just like free,
That's pretty cool.
it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto. You could, you could do these random missions, but you can just free roam and just
Yeah.
web sling around
Yeah.
like all day and find all these Easter eggs, and how like the time also correlates. It like detects like like let's say I'm playing at like 9 o'clock at night. It'll be night like it knows.
Oh,
So
that's
so
pretty
it's
cool.
night. So it's nighttime because I think uh I think Red Dead Redemption did something like that.
No, they
At least the first, or at least one of
because
them did.
I've played the second one and I don't really recall. Maybe in the like multiplayer platform, maybe it does.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Like I never witnessed it or never like really paid attention to it, but I saw videos of people being like, "Oh wow, look at it! It's
Yeah, because
9 o'clock."
you can fast track time in that game in the single player. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't make sense that it would match up if you can fast track time.
like when you save, it's like when you go to bed,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, it's morning now."
So I bet it's the multiplayer mode, if anything, because I haven't played the
It,
multiplayer.
it must be that then.
Okay. But no, that's pretty sweet that Spider-Man game can do that. It makes it more the suspension of disbelief. It helps make it feel real, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
All right, I think we'll start to wind things down a little bit. You were talking about another game to play.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose.
Not allowed. Not
allowed.
You have to use your Timberwolves jersey to do that. No, I'm just kidding. I have nothing against the Timberwolves, except if you take Giannis, then I'll have something against the Timberwolves.
Hey man, I don't hate the player, hate the game.
Was there a game you were talking about? A game?
I mean, it's a new game. I'm not prepped or anything for that, but what I've seen again, copying off different people off TikTok and whatnot of like these little like trivia games is like, okay, let me give you, for example, okay, who's going to win a battle between these two, or who's prettiest between these two, and you just keep going down the list. So like if I said like, okay, Mace Windu versus Obi-Wan, and you said Mace Windu, so then I'd pull someone else up and I'd be like Yoda. And you're like, well, Yoda. So then Yoda takes the place, and I have to keep feeding you players,
Okay.
characters that would defeat. So that game is more about like strongest, like you would say, who's the strongest,
Sure.
who's the prettiest, who's the whatever theme you want to throw out there. You could throw out like your start. Like my theme today is we're still doing blind ranking today, but it would be like let's say like ships. What would who's a better pilot, Porkins or
Y-wing? Y-wing. If you say better pilot, if it's a Y-wing or an X-wing, that matters. That's a big factor in this. Did you see the short that I put out that on TikTok?
Yeah.
I laugh every time I watch that clip. Oh my god.
You're laughing now. You're doing the same thing I do now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One of the major times that I laugh is when it's the Han Solo scene, and you first see him in the background, and you call out, "He's looking in the background, eating burger, big gulp."
Look in the background. He's having a burger and a big gulp.
I laugh every time and then that noise that Porkins makes when he falls on him.
Oh God!
It just makes me laugh. I could watch that 100 times probably.
Hey, so you're adding to algorithm. No, so
oh yeah.
they're definitely over 1 million now, right?
Oh, yeah. We're definitely helping the person who
Whatever
created it.
killer
Fan
views,
killer something or something.
fan killer views or whatever.
Shout out to that person. Like that was. They have other clips, so I'm gonna have to look into what other stuff they have. So.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at that. I saw they had other stuff.
I saw another image of Porkins in the bottom. I go, what? I need to go look into this.
More Porkins.
More Porkins. All right. So what do you got for blind rankings for today?
All right. Okay. All right. I came up with like 9.
9? Like 9 different themes, or?
Yeah, no, 9 different things for this theme.
Oh, okay. So you got to narrow it down to 5.
Yeah. So I'll have to like wing it through. Okay. So means of transportation.
Okay.
Like that theme?
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking. Like, are we traveling through space? Are we traveling like within a planet? Am I in Skeleton Crew and I'm driving through a neighborhood?
That's the question.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
That's the point of this game. You never know.
So I'm just choosing what form of ship or what ship would I prefer, driving or riding?
Driving.
Driving. Okay.
Driving, riding. You're doing the same thing. Drive and you ride.
Sure. Okay. I'll just say driving. Okay.
All right. First one on your list is a Razor Crest.
It's like the minivan of Star Wars vehicles.
Soccer dad?
I mean, it's relevant to me now. I'll say 2. I'll do it 2.
All right, a snow speeder.
Oh, I love snow speeders. 3.
I mean, if you're going straight on, you're fucked, right?
But yeah, don't fly straight into AT-ATs. Go to the side a little bit. Just go to the side.
All right, TIE Fighter.
Just a regular TIE Fighter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, not the enhanced one that we saw in Andor. Like just
Okay. Dude, those things blow up so easily, and I'll go 5. Battlefront, they like blow up so easily.
Okay, so you got 4 and 1 left.
Yep.
I was trying to trick
I
you.
feel cheated that you're choosing from 9 and you still, knowing what I have left, you're gonna manipulate your choices.
Well, I mean, I had to have options.
So now, because like there's a 1, like if I say 4 for this one, you're gonna choose one of your shitty ones. So for my 1, but if I choose like
I didn't get you back for Porkins. Oh,
don't
man.
hate the player, hate the game.
All right. Y-wing.
Those things are slow. So 4. See, now you've got like 5 you can choose from to be 1.
So Tauntaun.
That's not a vehicle.
I said means of transportation.
Ugh.
I caught you. I said
Well, okay, it's like riding a horse.
this,
Okay,
this is not ships, means of transportation.
I'm not gonna be flying a tauntaun in space, but I'll take it around. Hey,
So that,
I would
so
love to have
that's
a ranch, and have horses. So tauntaun, okay, I'll take a tauntaun.
so yeah, three.
And
So
they
yeah,
apparently they're very warm, so I can use that in Minnesota here.
and I thought they smelled really bad on the outside.
See, it's relevant for Minnesota, so I'll take it. It's number one. I'll take it. No, snow speeder would be useful.
Just like how you got Hoth #1 last week. You got a tauntaun now. So there we go. We got a theme going.
It works out. It works out. Though the snow speeder would have probably been more beneficial for Hoth, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
I was thinking of like trying to throw. So the other options I was like thinking of on my list. Yeah, because I was trying to play it kind of like play you as you play me, as you rank them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how I was doing it. So the other options I was kind of like had on my list: Millennium Falcon, X-wing, Slave One,
Okay.
and then a Naboo Starfighter.
Okay. Oh, I love
which I figured, and then I would have said for sure Naboo Starfighter. I would have said Mando's Starfighter.
Okay.
Like revamped one. So
okay. Yeah. Well, either one. I like those vehicles.
I got you. I got Tauntaun that one. I still love that meme. Have you seen the memes where it's like, I don't know if it's Luke. I think it's Luke on the Tauntaun. He goes, "We're going to the store. You need anything?" It's like a blizzard. And he's like on a Tauntaun.
All right, let me finish mine really quick. I'm just thinking in my head here.
You're gonna get me back even worse. I already know.
I wouldn't say that. Okay. I just gotta look something up really quick. One more. Oh. I've got 4. Shouldn't be hard for one. Okay. All right, you ready?
I guess. Red 6 standing by.
All right.
I guess.
So, your theme is who would you rather, or ranking of who you would want to babysit. All right.
As a like a child or?
Well, yeah, all these are child or child-esque characters.
Okay.
So list them in the order of how you or who you would rather babysit. All right, the first one, Little Boba Fett from Attack of the Clones.
God, he's just such a little shit.
Kind of annoying.
I'd put him at 4.
All right. Rhoda the Hutt. That's Jabba the Hutt's Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt's kid from
5.
Clone Wars.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck the Hutts. Now you trapped me.
Well, Little Leia. So Leia
Oh
from
God,
the Kenobi show.
she was so annoying, but she was so cute. Shit.
You've already used 4 and 5.
I know. I'm glad I did. Like, but oh man, 2.
All right. Next one. C3PO.
Like before he had even has he just like all like
I mean, he's the same character throughout.
you're gonna trick me into 1. I just know it. 3.
Last one. So Salacious Crumb is number 1 for who he would rather babysit. I guess we can give him a second. See if he comes back. See if he met. There you are.
Oh, there you. Yeah, I was like, one of us lost connection. I don't know.
That I still see. Yeah, I think you might have lost connection. Maybe.
Okay,
I
my
don't know.
internet, it could be me. My internet's been acting weird all
Doesn't matter.
day today, but so I didn't hear number 1.
Salacious Crumb. So he's the rat figure that lays on Jabba the Hutt's lap. That, that dude. That R2D2 like zaps with his thing.
Yeah. I'll throw him into a cage, like a
You're like, he's
dog
easy to
kennel.
babysit. Just throw him in a cage. All right. So number 1, you got Salacious Crumb. Number 2 is Little Leia. Number 3 is 3PO. Wow, that's 3 is 3PO. 4, Little Boba
There you
Fett.
go.
Road of the Hutt, or also known as Stinky from the Clone Wars, is number 5. So not bad. Not bad. It's pretty good.
I mean, not as bad as yours. Tauntaun.
Yeah, Tauntaun's not number 1. Well, I mean, Porkins isn't number 1, so it's not that
Who
bad.
wouldn't want to? Who wouldn't want a tauntaun? I mean,
What
if you had
what if I said Porkins as a babysitter? I wasn't gonna do that.
if you put that on there, oh man, I would have lost it.
If we're talking Porkins babysit him from the movies, that's one thing. If we're talking about the Porkins from the clips we saw, like that dude is freaking annoying. I wouldn't.
You requires a big. It requires a big gulp every hour on the hour.
Just like when they're in the mission briefing room, and he's like,
yeah, I was just saying that was that right away. I started laughing right away. It was like he slurping on it, like he slurped too much.
You're disgusting, dude. All right. Well, we're now past midnight, so I think I'm going to start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
I am very curious how this turns out in terms of for editing. So if you've made it this far with us, again, we're trying a new platform, a new program for doing our recording and streaming. So apologies if there's any audio like I don't know, echoes or whatnot. Apologies if there's anything that seems a little wonky, but we're trying this out for size. So we actually went longer than I anticipated. We were just going to do a little test thing, and here we are going, I don't know, 80 minutes long on the stream. So hopefully it turned out all right. We lasted long enough where all my lightsabers now lost their battery power, so they definitely need a recharge here. I don't know if you noticed, but they were like, well, these 2 were out, and then this one went, and then that one finally went out. So, anyways, looking forward to seeing what this new program can do. It helps us customize it a little bit better. If you're watching on our live stream right now, you can see that we have the design backgrounds and everything. So, excuse me, we'll be able to do a lot more with it. Also, if you're listening to us right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share, rate, review, all the above. Do not use this episode as an example of all of our other ones, because again, if it's a little off technically, we will work on that. This is our first one, so give us a little grace on that. We'll get the kinks worked out. But if once we hit 200 subscribers, we will have a prize giveaway. And then when we hit 500 subscribers, we will give away a Theory Saber lightsaber. So you're going to want to be a part of that. It's like something you can actually use as dueling.
And this, just for fun.
Just for fun. No batteries included. No saber actually included. But Bogey will throw that in with the rest of it. And that will be at 500 subscribers. Make sure you're public so we know what name to put into the drawing. Until then, we're kind of in a waiting period until the Maul show comes out in April, but I'm sure there'll be some news elements that comes out, with the whole transitioning from Kathleen Kennedy to the duo of Dave Filoni and I'm spacing on the other person's name, but Dave Filoni essentially heading the creative content of it. So we'll see if there's any news elements that gets announced or changes. So looking forward to all that. But until then, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. And we look forward to next week talking some more Star Wars. Which, well, I should say, maybe we won't be recording this week unless we do it Wednesday. Because I will be having surgery on that Thursday. So I don't know. We'll have to see how things are going, whether we record next week or not. But
yeah, depending on if there's content or not. But if there's not, yeah, we might skip next.
Take a week off because of surgery and stuff and whatnot. So either way, we'll be back soon. Talk more Star Wars. Work out more kinks with this new software. A lot of things to look forward to. So can't wait. Until then, as always, may the Force be with you. Okay, now I got to figure out how to stop streaming on this. Stop record. Click.